Welcome to your Aligned as Fuck Life podcast, hosted by your girl, Shalvika. I am a life transformation coach, a wife, a cat mom, pure generator, Enneagram 3, Pisces sign, and helping you build an aligned as fuck life is my jam. Out in this world, we believe that there are no set rules for building a life, career, and business. That we are all unique and we should be able to embrace our uniqueness in everything we do while shedding all the rules or bullshit rules one at a time. We will talk all things mindset, manifestation, healing, energetics, rituals, success, and so much more. I believe that I can have it all and you can too. Ready for an episode that will take you one step closer to your aligned as fuck life? Let's get started. So today I want to actually talk to you guys a little bit about my journey. I know there's a lot of you who are new here. So I wanted to share how I got here, why I got here, and not because I want to kind of boast about what I have done, but from a space of if I can do it, you can too, right? That's the whole premise. Why I am taking you through my journey, because for the longest time I felt it was impossible for me to build the life and career and business that's aligned as fuck with who I am, that aligns with my priorities in life, that aligns with who I am as a person, right? And I think a lot of us are brought up with, thank you so much, Rhea. But a lot of us are brought up with this conditioned response, right? That life has to be this way. Hi Rakshit, hi Akshay. We are all brought up thinking that this is what we are supposed to be doing. This is how your life is supposed to be. Graduate by 22, get married by 26, get a great job, buy a house at 30, have children, buy a better car, buy a better house. And it's kind of like an unending checklist that we are conditioned to believe that we need to live in order to be happy, right? But that's the thing. The definition of happiness varies for each of us. It's different for all of us. And that is something that I really struggled with for the longest time, because honestly, again, for those of you who are new here, I'm Shalvika. I am an engineer by training. I'm an electronics engineer. I worked with a massive American manufacturing company for 8.5 years before I went into coaching full time. And the thing was, when I was in my corporate job, I had met the checklist, right? Like everything was bang fucking on there. Like I had a good job, I was getting paid really well, I got really great opportunities. I was working with teams in Mexico and US and Germany, so I traveled to all of these countries through my company, through my job, and I kept growing. I kept getting opportunities that other people were struggling to get. But still there was a part of me that knew that there's a disconnect between where my life is going and what I really, really want to do. And the biggest struggle that I had was one, if not this, then what? Like if I quit my job, like what is it that I want to do? Like finding clarity around that. And the second, of course, was all of these bullshit stories that we keep telling ourselves, right? Like, I have a safe job. I am able to lead a certain kind of lifestyle because, at the end of the month, a certain amount of money is going ka-ching-ching in my bank account, right? And you get comfortable. It is when you are so comfortable in the life that you have that you forget to ask yourself, like, does this make me really happy? Right? And that's where I was. For me, that was the second point. The struggle with all of these bullshit rules and this is what I'm supposed to be doing was something that I had to overcome in order to get here. And the reason why I am here talking to you about this is I want to just share a little bit like a snapshot of my journey, of all the trial and error that I had to go through, of all the mindset work that I had to do, of all the sleepless nights that I had, of panic attack. So I had my first panic attack after I quit my job. I quit my job 8 days before India went in lockdown. Okay, so that was an added pressure, like the pandemic. We had no idea where the world was headed, and I was just like, what the fuck have I done, right? Like, I had just let go of a fucking insane job, and here I am in the middle of a pandemic, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is gonna happen to me? So anyway, I had a panic attack, and I know I'm going all over the place, but I just wanted to kind of share with you that when I joined my engineering college, the reason why I joined my engineering college was because my parents were artists. Like, they came from absolutely non-technical backgrounds, and growing up in 90s and 2000s in India, engineering was a job that paid you well, and for me that is important. I mean, whoever tells you that money is not important is bullshitting themselves. Okay, money is important. You need money. You need money to do shit. You need money to buy shit. You need money to experience shit, right? So it's important. So I joined my engineering course in 2007, and within the first year, I knew that this is not something that excites me. I was just like, the fuck have I gotten myself into, right? But by then, it was kind of late in the sense that I knew the kind of investments my parents had made. They had kind of stretched themselves beyond what they would be comfortable with normally, right? And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm here. I made this choice. Let me become an engineer, right? And then we will see what happens. When I graduated, everyone around me wanted to go for the master's. Some wanted to go for the MBA. Some wanted to do some jobs. And I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck do I want to do? That's when I had already gotten job through the campus placements where I worked at this American manufacturing company. So, and everyone was like, it's such a great company, you should take the job, you should take the job, you should take the job. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take the job. I'm gonna make back all the money that my parents spent in a year and a half. I'm gonna return that money to them, and then I'm gonna figure out what I want to do with my life. That was in 2011. I joined, and I didn't leave till 2020. 8.5 years, I did a job that I knew from day one I didn't want to do, right? And in between, I did try a lot of things. I applied to theatre school, I got through. Again, didn't really have the courage to let go of the security of a job. I got into a fellowship, a liberal arts fellowship in India at Ashoka University. Didn't go through because, well, I was shit scared. All of these things kept happening, right? And why I am sharing this with you today is because I spent a huge chunk of my life trying to figure out what made me happy, trying to figure out what is it that I really, really want to do to get to that space of clarity of what I want out of life, irrespective of the checklist. I quit my job when I was 30 years old, right? Like, that's when people are like growing, people are having children, people are building houses and buying houses, and here I was at that brink of starting from scratch. And that's why I do what I do, right? That's why I help each one of you get like fucking clarity about what you want in your life, right? What is it that you want in your life? Like, are you someone who sees yourself doing the same thing that you do today 20 years down the line? Right? Do you see yourself doing the same thing that you do today 5 years down the line? And if that answer is no, right? Know that it's time to make some change. Because honestly, the other day I posted this and I'm just like, well, I'm so fucking genius, right? Like, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you don't make a decision today that, you know what, I'm going to take charge of where my life is headed. I'm going to make a conscious choice today to get clear on what I want out of my life. And then I'm going to make the efforts of working through all the bullshit that our brains love spewing, right? That's when you will be at that space of calm, composed, clarity, a space where you know that you chose what you wanted to do with your life, right? And that was really important for me. For me, it was really important that I have time for myself, right? Working in a corporate job, I was gone at 8 in the morning. I would come back at 8 in the evening. I literally didn't have time to live. I didn't have time to do the things that I wanted to do. And I realized this is not what I want. I don't see myself when I'm 35, 40, 45 doing the same thing over and over again. And it's a tough choice. Honestly, it takes a lot of introspection. It takes asking yourself a lot of uncomfortable questions. It takes taking messy action like quitting your job even without having or knowing where your income's coming from. It takes you getting panic attacks. Like, I'm not saying everyone's gonna get panic attacks, but what I mean to say, it takes a lot of fucking courage, right? To build a life that you want, to choose every single aspect of your life, to choose the people that you have in your life, to choose the career that you want, to choose the home life that you want. Like, what do I want around me? Every single thing, who I want to be friends with, which places do I want to keep going to or not going to. Every single thing is a choice. It's about understanding what is fucking non-negotiable for you. Like, what is it that you can't part ways with at all in your life, and then getting rid of everything that doesn't fit in that list. So that takes massive amount of courage. That takes a lot out of you, right? But then you get to this point where you are happy on your own terms. You are not living someone else's checklist for you. You're not living a life that's planned by someone else. You're not aping 100 fucking people that are surrounding you, right? You are building something. You are living the life that you want. And that's what we are going to be doing through the Aligned as Fuck Mastermind. That's who the Aligned as Fuck Mastermind is for. Hey Kathleen, hey Gautam. That's who this whole journey is for. We will work on getting extreme level of clarity about what you want, who you are, right? What really gets you excited? What are your superpowers? What are your values? What is your why? What makes you fucking get excited about your life, right? We will dive into that. So getting that space of clarity. Again, I took 8.5 years to get to that space of clarity. So I really want you to not spend that long to get to your position of clarity, right? So we do that, we get clear, and then we look at all of the bullshit that we have, right? Like this afternoon, I was talking to one of my one-on-one clients, and she said something about, I don't know if I can do this by myself. I don't know if I can do this alone. Again, that's a narrative that your brain is telling you. Our brains really love keeping us safe. And in that effort, in that pursuit of keeping us safe, they just spew so much fucking bullshit. They make you believe such crap about yourself, right? Like, I can't be doing this if I want to be doing that. I cannot look a certain way if I want to be doing this one thing in my life, right? So we will work through that. We will work through all of that bullshit that you have in your head. That's what we focus on in the middle part of the mastermind. And then we kind of plan towards where you want to go. Right now you have clarity where you want to go, right? Again, nothing changes if nothing changes. You have to take fucking action, right? You have to fucking move your ass to take aligned action, to take radical responsibility for your own results, because you are responsible for everything that you create in your life, right? Your actions are responsible for the results that you get, and your feelings are responsible for the actions that you take, and your thoughts are responsible for the feelings that you have. So if you are able to work through your thoughts, you can manipulate the results that you get in your life. And that's what we will learn in this 10-week process. So this is for anyone who feels like they are stuck. This is for anyone who feels like, I am craving clarity, I am craving direction in my life, in my career, in my business, whatever it is, right? Like I am done with all of the bullshit that I have been telling myself. We already have someone who's signed up, so that there's 5 spots in the mastermind. We already have one person in, and that's what she said. She said, I am done with my own bullshit, right? I'm done telling myself that I will do this someday. This will happen to me someday. I am done. So if you are in that space where you are done, if you want to take charge of your life, of your business, of your career, or if you are someone who still is struggling with the idea of, what do I want to do, right? This mastermind is for you. DM me or find the link in my bio. Read through what the 10 weeks are going to be about. Of course, in the subsequent days, I'm going to be, hi Purva, I'm going to kind of dive into the details of what we're going to do in the mastermind and who is it for, and what will it offer you. But if you're curious right now, there's a link in my bio. Go through that or DM me. I will send you the link and let's get on a call, right? I mean, and that's what I keep telling everyone, right? Like, nothing changes if nothing changes. Just fucking go book a call. Have a conversation with me. It's a free fucking consultation. Have a conversation with me and let's see where I can support this journey of yours towards clarity, where I can actually call you out on your bullshit. Because honestly, I wish through the whole 8.5 years of my corporate journey, I wish I had someone looking at me, calling out my own bullshit around holding myself back, around me not taking action. And I will talk about this in a few days, but my coaching business actually started from a blog, right? And I knew for like 3 years before I actually started my blog that I wanted to start a blog. So if I had actually taken action right when that idea had hit me, right, I probably would have, hey Bhumika, I probably would have been in a very, very different space. Like I wouldn't have probably taken 9 years to start this business and be able to help so many fucking kick-ass women build their life of their dreams. So that's all I wanted to share with you, that the mastermind is open. I struggled with clarity. You don't have to. It's a choice that you are making. And have a conversation with me. Like what's the harm in having a conversation with me? And I also wanted to add something else, but that just like poof. Yeah, the thought has just like gone, disappeared from my head. So if that comes up, I'm gonna put it in my stories later. But yeah, I love you guys. I want you to be able to do what you want. I want you to be able to live a life that fucking lights you up. So yeah, that's what I'm here for. That's why I create what I create. That's what keeps me going. That's what excites me in my mornings. That's what is why I am here. All right. I will talk to you soon. Thank you for being a part of this journey that I'm on, and I hope I will be able to play some role in the journey that you are on. I love you. Mwah. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in today's episode. If you absolutely loved what you heard today, be sure to share it with me by leaving a review on iTunes so that I can keep the good stuff coming. And if you aren't already following me on social media, come soak up some extra inspiration and send me a hello on Instagram by searching @ShalvikaP. Also tagged in the show notes. I love and adore you so much, and I will talk to you super soon. In the meantime, continue building your most authentic and aligned as fuck life. Ciao!